Well, slurpty diddly do, my wonderful smoking chicken fish. How are you guys doing? Hope you're all having a great day down at the local haberdashery. And it's been a little while since I've done a YouTube video, and I would like to formally apologise, because I go through different stages and phases. Sometimes I'll be able to, crack out a YouTube video every day and keep going, and sometimes I've got to, rein it back a bit, and focus on some other things as well, because I've got other things to work on in my life as well. However, I do feel a bit guilty when I don't upload for you guys, and I wanted to give you a little Vital tutorial today, because it's been a while. I've had some wonderful experiences with Vital recently. I've been doing a lot of remote sound design, basically. I've been going out to some highfalutin cafes and bars and wonderful places around the city of Berlin, I should say. Taking my wonderful laptop with me, perching myself down and creating some noises and hoping that no one hears it. And it was funny because the other day I was in this rooftop bar and I was like just cracking out some basses in Vital. Just on my Laz, having a coffee. And what happened was that this guy from the bar, like one of the staff, he saw me and he clocked me, and he must have gone out the back and he got a secret chocolate. And he came over and he blessed me with this wonderful chocolate bar. And he said, "Oh, mate, just because you're making music, I saw you making music, I thought I'd come and give you this." And I thought, wow, that was truly special. And I thought, did the Lord send you? And then I looked at the chocolate bar and it said, Tony's Choco Lonely, and my Vital preset macro is always called Tony, so I was like, this is a sign from above. And well, I don't know, it was nonetheless, whether the Lord sent him, whether the universe sent him, or whether it was just completely coincidence, saved by grace through faith via coincidence, then either way, whether you believe in the supernatural, in the natural, I had a wonderfully salty, kind of chocolatey taste in my mouth as I was designing the Vital presets after that, so it was wonderful. Anyway, let's continue. I can show you that one because I actually aptly named the preset that I was currently working on. While he gave me the chocolate, I thought, well, you've just given me obviously the name for the preset now, haven't you? So it's called Tony's Chocolonely, and yeah, this is not the one I want to do a tutorial on today because I've got a nice Reese bass that I want to do a tutorial on. But here's the Tony's Chocolonely. Oh, not that low, please. Anyway, that's a lovely one, but I wanted to do a little tutorial for you guys today with a Reese that I made the other day in the kitchen. So yeah, like I said, really going out there, well, sometimes not out there, sometimes just to the other room, to create Vital presets in different environments for inspiration. That's my game, and Artifact's my name. Hello. And yeah, so continuing on then, where is it? The Sea of Darkness. Yes, a wonderful one I made yesterday. And as I was designing it, I thought, oh, this could be a cool little tutorial because it's quite an easy one, and I know you guys are not that clever. So just kidding. I know you're more clever than me. You're way more better. You're more better than me, more better. Anyway, so I love you guys. How are you guys doing? If anyone wants to do any lessons with me, I'm still going to be teaching over winter, just to let you know. When I'm not uploading for a while, I'm still teaching some of you guys, but I usually have spaces for more people to join as well. I'm doing some mastering for some of you guys at the moment as well. So yeah, if I don't upload for a while, I'm still actively doing stuff for some subscribers usually. It's just not always able to do a video every single day, is the honest truth. But here we go. Anyway, this is the Sea of Darkness. I want to record a little bit in here. It's so nice. I think it's my favourite Reese that I've made so far in Vital, and I'm going to give you the exact breakdown because it was quite easy to make, and there's just a couple of things in the movement that gave it all of its joy. By the way, these are the drums, in case anyone is going to write in the comments, that we designed together on my most recent group masterclass, which was on Sunday night, which was wonderful to hang out with some of the guys. And I did a full breakdown on composing a massively energetic drum group with one shots pretty much, and all broke down all of the composition and timing and stuff, and I think the guys really appreciated it. So yeah, I'll probably do another group class again, maybe December, maybe January, I'm not sure exactly when, but we'll do another one. They're always really good fun. We'll do like a sort of presentation and then Q&A afterwards, and it's like a little exclusive thing. I put like I really prepare for it, so I've got something better to show than what I normally put on YouTube, you know, because I'll be honest, the YouTube videos I pretty much do off the top of my head. But yeah, anyway, so the Sea of Darkness, let's break it down. It's not too complex, but it sounds wonderful, and it starts off with 2 saw waves and a sine wave and a bit of white noise, right? So yeah, a saw wave down at -12, really horrible, but another one to have also -12 and then -71 on the fine tuning, getting our detuning happenings between the 2 saw waves, and it's quite a medium speed detuning, you know. I didn't want to go either way. Yeah, it's medium kind of speed. Phase randomization all turned off. You know, I like to do that there. I like to do the detuning like this rather than with the unison, because I don't know, it feels more powerful when it's all like still kind of mono, like the detuning is happening but they're still like the mono signals, you know, and then I add stereo later in a more controlled way. So next, this is where things got a bit off the grid, because normally I would put in, you know, like a mono sine wave underneath at -24. But for this one, I actually stereoed this part. Okay, so I actually put the voices up to 3 and the percentage on 10. So that, yeah, you'll see what happens, actually. I should probably flick on the distortion for you, because this is quite an integral part of the sound design. So if I just go over here and drive up the distortion. Okay, I'm going to add a bit of white noise in next, and this is turned off, but we're just going to FM it into the kind of low sine wave here, the stereo sine wave. And here I'm adding a filter to also then filter off the top end of the saw waves, right? And now here you've got the interesting movement happening, okay? If I don't have that low sine wave detuned via the unison, then I don't have the movement. The movement comes from this. So it has this effect of like this kind of sweat, like the Reese is doing its, I'm getting really excited about this. So the Reese is doing its like detuned movement, which is wonderful, you know, truly joyous. And then the sine wave is creating this extra kind of swelling up and swelling down, and it's almost sort of phasing things a bit out, and it's getting a bit weird. But we're in sound design stage, you know, so we're trying to break all the rules, because obviously if I was really, you know, really religious about Vital or religious about music production, then I would say, oh, the bloody sine wave has got to be in mono, isn't it? There's got to be in mono down there, the sine wave. But you know, because we're still in sound design, you know, with the idea is to try and break all the rules. So I've massively stereoed the low end sub with the unison, but that's what, through the distortion and the filter and the Reese, is what's creating this wonderful overall movement, you know? So that really made it feel like a sea of darkness to me, you know? It felt like an ocean wave of you know, just mystery. So I just wanted to make this video to be grateful for the Reese bass today, because it's, you know, just really, you know, whenever I'm feeling down, you know, I just have 6 coffees and then make a Reese bass and everything's all right again, you know. That's number 3, by the way, not number 6. Anyway, let's continue on. So, like I said, with the distortion, like you have the similar kind of movement without it, but the distortion really like yeah, flips everything upside down almost, you know. It's like going into the upside down in Stranger Things. It just takes everything to the dark demonic realm, you know. And yeah, it just brings out yeah, brings out all these new harmonics, you know. But because I've filtered things heavily, I've filtered things up and down. This patch is so simple, just a little LFO up and down on the low pass. So it's also giving a bit of, it's also providing us a bit with that kind of slow swelling, you know, on off the shore onto the beach, kind of ocean wave feeling, right? But don't forget that the sine wave and its movement with the stereo is really the key. That's the key thing. That's the key part that brought this patch to life, and it's exactly that part that you shouldn't do that brought it to life. Okay, don't worry with the, you know, mid side or, you know, the stereo information. Like, you can fix that after. You know, it sounds good. It's gonna be fine. Okay, so other things that just to enhance it, I slapped on a tiny bit of reverb. It's only about 1% right at the beginning of the chain, just to kind of like give the chain a bit of work to do, because now it's got to reverb the distortion, distort the reverb. Yeah, reverb at the start just for fun. A bit of flanging, about 4%. These two are super subtle. These are like my OCD effect kind of things, right? Do you guys have OCD like effects chains as well, where you like put a little thing on because you think it needs to be there, but in reality no one can hear the difference except for you? Let us know in the comments down below. And yeah, 15% on the chorus. What I do with the chorus is always I leave it up, I dial in my delays and my depth till I find a good balance, and then I bring the chorus back again. I see a lot of students of mine, they have the chorus up really high. The problem with that is you will then quickly lose the mono power of the sound, you know. I know I've already done a bunch of crazy stuff before, but if I chorus it like too much, it's going to really go too stereo and lose its power, you know. Like at that, you know, it sounds wonderful and wide and cool, but like in the context of a mix, it's going to feel a bit weak, you know. You won't have that power in it anymore. But yeah, 15 or 20% is a good range usually. Okay, I've got a compressor on next, and it's just mixed in a tiny amount, 0.03. Attack up a little bit, release down a bit. Almost a bit of saturation, more biased towards the high end boost. You know, the high end fizz is more you know, exaggerated always with this effect. Sometimes you can bring the high down a bit to lessen that if you've got too much white noise. But I have such a small amount of white noise, but it's already like bringing it out quite a lot. But the beef of the sound is still in the lows and the mid range, you know, that it's not gone overboard yet, you know. How many more plugins have I got? 2, I think, right? A little bit of extra filter shaping. Yeah, so you see here, I've got a phaser positive, and it's not really moving. It's just the mix is just coming on a bit. So we just get some little shaping happening as the Reese kind of reaches the top of the LFO. Yeah, just to give it like a bit of a contrast as we go up. And then the equalizer was a bit of a high-end boost here, just 2 dB or so, just to kind of yeah, give it a crank up the highs a bit more. I guess they're already pretty high, but it's kind of like when it swells up, you got this sort of lovely high part of the sort of treble of the actual kind of saw waves still, the sort of filtered saw waves. I kind of wanted to bring those parts up a bit more, you know. The kind of fizzy part at the top comes up with it, but it's still, you know, it's still not too aggressive in your ears. Okay, so that, you know, that distorted fizz signal is wonderfully up there, but it doesn't take over, and all the joy is happening in this wonderful movement we've created in the mid-range, you know. So that's it. That's the Sea of Darkness. Really, really like that one. Spoiler alert, I'm doing a new Vital pack, and that's one of the reasons I've been a bit quiet recently, because I've been trying to just really put a lot of time into each preset, and I think this is going to be my best pack so far. I'm aiming to have it done in around maybe a week or so. Yeah, it's going to be really sick. I've put loads of time into this one, and I've tried to get a really wide range of sounds. But yeah, I'll speak more on that later. Anyway, if you guys have any other suggestions for tutorials, can be, you know, not sound design, can be mixed down and mastering, whatever, that kind of stuff. Someone said asked me to do a video about gain staging, but it's almost too easy. Like, I don't know. I don't know how to structure that video. It's like, just clip your channels. Do you know what I mean? What more can I say? Anyway, what else? Yeah, links down below. One-on-one lessons. Loads of preset packs if you're new to the channel on my website for the Vital and Phase Plant. Yeah, Discord, Patreon. Oh yeah, we're going to do a live stream. A next live stream, a feedback live stream, 29th of November. So just under 2 weeks, 1.5 weeks, coming around fast. If you want to get involved, you got to hop in the Discord now. The subscription model on Patreon has changed, so you haven't got to wait till the end of the month. You will pay today, and then you'll get charged the next month on the same day, which is pretty useful. So you haven't got to faff around waiting if you want to join and lose money. But yeah, what else? Yeah, Discord, Patreon, merch, some t-shirts on my website if you want one of my label t-shirts. Oh yeah, we're going to drop a new label release on the same day of the live stream as well, so that's going to be fun. And yeah, anything else I can say? Love you guys very much. Have a great rest of your day. More from me very soon. Take care.